offer up a exercise that I still use it quite often and quite regularly in terms of self-assessing, managing myself and my sponge body. And one of the things that was offered to me early on in my sentient opening was that I set a container for myself. And how it was presented to me was that that container could be compared to a contract or compared to a safe house, something visual that I could relate it to. So for example, if my everyday reality meant that I had an active sponge body, what were the rules or the guidelines or the boundaries that I would offer to my sponge body? And so I had a conversation, and the logical side of me hesitates and questions this conversation, but it worked for me. And I know that it has been a very valid tool for others. And it went something like this. Okay, sponge body, I know you're here. And I'm choosing to believe that you can support me. But I don't exactly know what that would look or feel like, because right now I'm pretty terrified. So maybe we can set up some guidelines for you to operate from when you're outside my body. And those guidelines will let my physical and emotional and mental components feel safe. I need to feel safe at all times. I need to feel safe and protected at all times. So sponge body, if you're out there sensing something that doesn't belong to me, you need to let me know it, because if it feels like fear or it's scary, then I'm going to think it's mine. And I'm not going to feel safe and protected. And I need to feel safe and protected. And at that point, I was really concerned with not knowing enough about what kind of energy was out in the world. And so I talked with my sponge body about connecting with white light only. So sponge body, if you're out there gathering data, can you do it with white light, something that feels soft and safe for me? And can you, when you're out there soaking up data, gather information that feels manageable for me? If you come at me in overload, if you send a whole bunch of information to my poor human body that it cannot conceptualize or logicalize or does not seem reasonable, I'm going to lose my mind. So you need to send me information in a way that's manageable for me. I'm willing to listen, and I'm willing to partner under these guidelines. I need to be in the driver's seat. I need to feel like I'm in the driver's seat. And I will acknowledge you, and I will give you attention, and I will participate in a better life for both of us. But I need to do it my way, at least initially, because I don't trust you. I've had a lot of experiences in this lifetime that have led me to believe you cannot trust the outer world. And you're out there gathering information from the outer world. So I'm having difficulty trusting how you could support me. And so the conversation went something like that. I guess I gave my sponge body a personality. I didn't go so far as to give it a name, but I really did give it an identity and a personality and say, you're a component of me, and I'm choosing to believe that you can support me in a way that is not chaotic. And on a regular basis, sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously, I go back to that container and I say, wow, do I need to update or modify this container? Have things changed? And I take a look at it. It is an ongoing process that works in support of my life experience. And it's incredibly valuable to me. And it's incredibly valuable because it has credibility and it's proven itself for me time and time and time again. And I often talk about me being a skeptic and having information come to me and me needing to prove it. Prove it to me. Not prove it to the rest of the world, but prove it to me that it works for me. And that's what I would encourage you, whether it's this exercise or some other way that you figure out to set a container for yourself. Prove that it works for you. Modify it, come up with something that works for you.